Mrs. Brittany Barber says, what is the funniest non-swearing insult that you can call someone? I love this. 1,495 upvotes, 2033 comments. Let's see what the funniest non-swearing insult that you can call someone. Can I think of one? Can I think of one? I cannot. I'm dying to know it. Pizza Maximum says, you are the reason there are directions on shampoo bottles. Okay, whatever. Drowning in Swag says, still can't get over Gordon Ramsay's idiot sandwich insult whilst holding her head between two slices of bread. That's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, that is pretty amazing. Fibericon says, dumb as a brick and only half as cute. Oof, that's rough. That got me. That's so mean. Okay, other people probably don't think it's that funny. It's because, like, dumb as a brick, well, surely that's the worst of it. That's a great one. Brian XLR4 says, last night I was called an absolute grapefruit, and that stuck with me longer than it should have. I like that. I think adding into it would be good too. Grapefruit. Kafarskin Vildu says, you're as useful as an ashtray on a motorbike. Okay. I'm going to read the shorter one then, and we'll end it with the bigger one. Non-binary advisory says, you have two brain cells and they are both fighting for third place. Okay. T-Bagalomaniac says, when I was a child I saw a cartoon where someone magically transformed someone else's head into a toaster. In the cartoon, it really seemed to bother the person whose head became a toaster. Later that week, my aunt was visiting. She did something that really made me angry. I immediately started searching for the nastiest thing that I could call her, and that came to mind was Toaster Head. 30 years later, my entire family still refers to her aunt as Toaster Head. Toaster Head. Toaster Head. Okay, cool. Cool, thank you for that. They killed the party, and we are going to read about what is the most underrated pleasure, according to you. Underrated pleasure. Underrated. I'm thinking, and you should too. Let's do this. Did we do that thing here on this one, or was it the last one where we took like 15 seconds just to think of what it would be? We're gonna do that. Hey, 10 seconds. All right, I'm timing it right now. Take 10 seconds. I want you to think, what's the most underrated pleasure according to you? I'm going to do the same thing. I'll come back with mine here in a second, and then we'll read what they said on Reddit. Okay, what's the most underrated pleasure according to you? I still got nothing. My three are like being alone and sleeping, but I don't think those are underrated. You know what I mean? I think they're pretty popular. Let's see what people have to say. I'm curious what you guys came up with. Leave in the comments. Unspoken Understanding is the top one. Jesus, someone went deep. I think I didn't take this as seriously as other people did. Purple Chemist says, Unspoken Understanding. I love it when you don't even have to say anything and the other person knows exactly what is going on because you understand each other so well. Well, sure, I wouldn't call that underrated at all, though. That's like what you're looking for in life, right? That's highly rated and sought after. Communication, the perfect partner. What the fuck is going on here? Wabbies7 says, napping in the afternoon knowing you have already finished everything you had to do that day. That's what I'm talking about, sleeping, napping, just like not doing anything at all. Guys, I gotta tell you, like, one of the happiest times I've ever been in my life. And this is all part of a much, much bigger story as to why I ended up in this situation, but I ended up saving a bunch of money and just spending 4 months in a one-bedroom apartment in Las Vegas, not doing anything but sleeping all day and watching TV. Not TV, I didn't even have money for TV, just DVDs that I rented from the library, right? And I would just read books and watch rented library DVDs and napping. I slept all day, and you'd think you would get really depressed and antisocial, but man, there's something about being able to sleep whenever you want that energizes you. Oh, it's amazing. Maybe it's because sleep is energizing. What I just said was really dumb, but still, that's why I said sleeping. The answer for me was sleeping. I love it. A nice oh yeah, Saucy Pasta says a nice uninterrupted stretch. Yes, and to add to that, a really full yawn. And the flip side of that, the most aggravating thing in the world is when you can't get the full yawn. You're like, like, just please. You know what I'm talking about. You want the full yawn, you can't get it. Short Gab says, remembering an old song you used to love. Yeah, that's underrated. Remembering an old song you used to love. Love it. One more. Green Tea Leaf says, going back to sleep in a weekend when your internal clock wakes you up during your regular work time. Not underrated. Sought after as evidenced by the other one wanting that and me. But I love the fact that people are pitching the sleep. Yes. Come on. Why are you guys here? Why did I make this channel? Sleep. We gotta pitch the good word of sleep. Let's exit this. And what is something from your childhood that your kids will probably never experience? Okay, I'll tell you right now. First of all, I don't think I'm ever going to have kids. I'm very, very happy just the way I am. So I like other people having kids though. So, you know, they'll be around. So I'll just say what's something kids will never get to experience nowadays. Okay. I'm going to say, well, the obvious shit, because I'm pre-internet, dude. So let's just say maybe pagers. Kids could experience pagers in some way, probably. But we will just say not having internet. How does that like work into it? Because that's a big deal. Having to rely on the word of your fellow man rather than, and you won't have like this information machine right in your hand. That's something that will never be experienced again. Let's see what people have to say. That was posted by Garden Gnostic, by the way. 581 upvotes, and Lalo Santero 579 says, leaving the house without a phone. Cell phones weren't mainstream in the late 80s or 90s. I remember my mom and dad had ones for work, but they were the size of a freaking small animal. I would go outside to play or whatever and just yell, I'm going out, Ma. Yeah. She would reply, be back when the street lights are on for dinner. Then I would just be out in the world with no form of contact until sunset. Yeah, I remember that. Penny Whistle Moon Pie says, only being able to talk to my parents if they were out of town via landline. Kids now have FaceTime, email, social media, phone, text, etc., and will have even more options in the years to come. Dude, I was just talking about that with my dad. For those of you that heard about my dad's story, yes, he is still on vacation. He's still in Thailand. And it's just a trip FaceTiming with this guy. It's like there's barely any lag whatsoever between California and Thailand on FaceTime, man. That's something crazy. In fact, this person, I specifically remember in like 1987, 88, there was this commercial from AT&T, and they were like showing this FaceTime idea, and it didn't come around till like, what, 10 years ago or something. So even between that time, it was a long time, so that's how long ago we were thinking of FaceTime shit. And everyone was thinking, no, it'll never happen. It doesn't make any sense that it would be that fast where you could broadcast something instantly and the other person actually sees it. That's reserved for television kind of shit, right? And that was also the depiction in Back to the Future 2. You remember, Flea was Marty McFly's boss, or not Marty McFly, George McFly's boss in the future, and he told was fired. No, hold on. Guys, help me out. Needles. But now I'm thinking, you're fired. Was it an Asian guy, or am I mixing that up with my Fifth Element? Someone fires George McFly via FaceTime on a big screen in his living room is what I'm getting at. And at that point, we were like, yeah, that's bullshit. That'll never happen. It happens. You can FaceTime someone now on a fucking big screen in your living room. We're living in the future, you understand? It's crazy. I'm 100 years old. One more, and then let's end this, I think. Oh no, I still got some time to go. This would be a very short one if not. The real OG Mark says, you call your friend and his parents answer since cell phones didn't exist. Do this one time. This is how, I know exactly what they're talking about. That is so crazy. You would call, how do you call? What is your salutation when you call on the phone? Because I was taught, it does sound crass now that I think, not crass, but it doesn't, it sounds impolite. I just went like, hey, is so-and-so there? Like that's, I wouldn't say like, hi, is it, hold on, I gotta wait for a plane. Alright, there it goes. Loudest car ever. It wasn't a plane. The car was so loud, it literally sounded like a prop jet. So, yeah, I would just call and say it was my friend Adam. I'll actually use Adam because this is Adam in this story. I would just call. His parents would pick up. His dad would pick up. They'd be like, hello. And I'd be like, hey, is Adam there? Click. The dude hung up. And that's just how I was taught to say stuff like, hey, is so-and-so there? So I thought it was just disconnected, you know? And so I call back. His dad picks up. Oh, he goes, hello. I go, hey, is Adam there? Click. Hangs up again. I'm like, what the f***? So I call one more time. He goes, hello. I go, is Adam there? And he goes, you learn to get some manners and I'll bring him to the phone. That's what he tells me, right? And I was confused as shit. I was, dude, it was so weird to me. I was maybe 12 years old. Hold on, I gotta wait for the same fucking car because it takes forever, this thing. Oh wait, that actually is a plane. Yeah, my parents never actually told me phone etiquette. I just figured it out on my own. So I go to my mom and I go, hey, I'm trying to get a hold of Adam, and his dad keeps hanging up on me saying, learn some manners and I'll bring him the phone. She's like, what are you saying? And I'm like, is Adam there? She goes, well, yeah, you probably want to introduce yourself. And I'm like, okay. So she goes, yeah, just like, this is friend David. Hi, is Adam there? This is his friend David. May I speak to him, please? Or some like run on shit, right? And I do that. I call him like, hi, is Adam there? This is his friend David, and I'm new in town. Like I made up some shit, and he's like, well, sure, let me get him for you, and he brings him. And like looking back on that now, that guy was a fucking dick. Where's Adam? Bring Adam to the phone, dude. I wish Adam picked up the phone so I didn't have to talk to you. Like, you would think I'd be like, oh yeah, you know what, maybe I should have had some manners, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Be cool. Just be a cool person. That should be the golden rule. Just like, be cool. It's actually do unto others as you want done to you or whatever. And guess what? If I pick up the fucking phone and someone goes, where's Julie? I don't even fucking say, oh, she's right here. I just hand the phone to Julie. You don't even have to talk to me anymore because I know you're not calling for me. So our conversation is over. And I give you who you want her to talk to. So f*** Adam's dad is what I'm saying. Okay? This didn't end the way I thought it would end. But I think that's how I'm ending the video. Let me know if you guys want me to read anything. Cool. How's your day going? Go talk in the comments so we can find out about pet peeves and nonsense. I like talking with you guys. I'm nonsensical too. I'm not saying your shit is nonsensical, even though it very well might be. Mine is. Why isn't yours? Have a good night. Bye-bye.